A warm welcome to the program. We start off in Nigeria, where one of the country's most influential Muslim and traditional leaders, the Emir of Kano, says he accepts his dethronement as the will of God. Muhammadu Sanusi II was dethroned on Monday for insubordination by the Kano state government in Kano, where his throne sits. He was escorted out of the palace by security officers and replaced by his predecessor's son, Aminu Ado Bayero. In his first comment since he was deposed, Mr. Sanusi called for calm and for people to embrace the new emir. Now, it is unclear where security officers took Mr. Sanusi, but by tradition, it will be expected to live in exile outside the emirate for the rest of his life. There have been a lot of reactions to Sanusi's removal, mostly owing to the popularity that he gained as Nigeria's central bank chief before becoming emir, and at the same time, the controversy that he stirred at the time.
Indeed, Jerry, and as the 57th Emir of Kano since the 10th century, Lamido Sanusi is part of a new generation of modern and progressive traditional leaders. He was governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, from which he was removed in 2014 after reporting massive misappropriation of funds. A fervent critic of radical and ultra-conservative Islam, he has always encouraged the education of girls and denounced the abuses of polygamy. Although he is reputed to be close to President Muhammadu Buhari, the emir has been outspoken against the government's economic policies. Nigeria has more than 80 million Muslims, and majority of them live in the north. And after the Sultan of Sokoto, the Emir of Kano is the most important Muslim leader. For more on this, we're joined by constitutional lawyer Monday Ubani in Lagos, Nigeria. Hello, Monday. Well, this is the end of the long-standing standoff between the Emir of Kano and the Governor Abdullahi Ganduje. Is this impeachment a surprise, or importantly, is it illegal?
The announcement that came about the removal of the emir, it didn't come to us as a shock, because there has been a battle that has been going on between the People's Emir and the state governor of Kano State. And then yesterday, it came to a complete turnaround in his removal. And they purportedly made reference to a particular law that was passed by the State House of Assembly, which gives the governor the power to discipline, including removing or deposing the emir from the throne. So he acted under a law that, according to them, was validly passed by the State House of Assembly. So the removal may have been in accordance with the law that was enacted by the State House of Assembly right there in Kano. And there has been removal of such high-power chiefs, and obas and emirs in Nigeria by the state executives all over the federation. So what has happened yesterday was not something that is fundamentally new. The only thing that is new is the issue of banishment. And I don't know whether that can withstand the scrutiny of the provisions of our constitution, especially with regards to issue of fundamental human rights of citizens of the Federation. We have had issues like this even under the Second Republic, where one Shugaba, who was purportedly regarded as a foreigner, was deported from Nigeria.
Ubani, apparently this is not new from what you've been saying, but can this removal be appealed by the Emir or his allies?
Yeah, it's the issue of fundamental human rights under our law. A third party can also try as much as possible to enforce the fundamental human right of an agreement. It's so open now for a third party to do that on behalf of a person who has suffered some sort of injustice in regards to violation of his fundamental human rights. But then I don't know whether what he was saying by having accepted it means that he cannot go to court in order to challenge what has happened to him in this regard. They've done several things, even before now. They divided his throne and his stool, and then he has gone to court and got some level of reprieve. So I will certainly be very surprised if he would not seek any legal redress in this. If he has accepted the issue of the position, he will be removed from power. It will be very surprising if he wants to accept the issue of banishment, because banishment is clearly a clear violation of his fundamental human right as to movement, which the Constitution guarantees. So he has the right to choose where to stay.
To date, traditional chiefs have always had great influence on Nigerian society, particularly in the north. What do these recent events mean for their status?
From the look of things, these people who occupy a traditional position in Nigeria does not seem to have, permanent term of office anymore, based upon the fact that they are enthroned by the state governors, who under the law can also dethrone them. So you cannot be too sure of when they will exhaust the tenure after being enthroned by the state government. And so it shows also that we may not have much regard to our traditional institutions because at the whims and caprices of the state executive, they can remove any traditional ruler based upon what has been happening all over the Federation. It's not what has happened in Kano is not peculiar. It has happened all over the Federation, in the eastern region, even in the western region too. There has been instances where the state executive just wake up in the morning and they remove a very high titled chief or emir, which is actually what has happened with regards to the Emir of Kano. And so we need to sit down as a nation and know whether we really require our traditional institutions to function or whether we want to do away with them under the new dispensation. Because if we want to deal with them, do away with them, we should go ahead and say we're doing away with them.
Thank you, Monday Ubani, for speaking to us. That was Monday Ubani, a constitutional lawyer, speaking to us from Lagos, Nigeria.
If you're just joining us, you are watching The Morning Call coming to you live here on African News. We have other stories making headlines across the continent up next.